Welcome to our guest corner. And of course, this time around, as we gave you our introduction, the UACA results are back, and of course 98.5% qualified for university and tertiary institutions. Quite a remark. Well, though a drop was realized compared to the 2016 performance, these are some of the issues that we want to tackle in the discussion. This is our guest corner, and of course on site I'm joined by an educationist, Kivumbi Jonathan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice meeting, Patricia.
In the previous stories, you witnessed a bit of a triumph, moments, celebrations, and of course it's due to the 98.5%. But still, we can't ignore the 79 malpractice results that were withheld from the 24 centers. Can we talk about the celebrations?
Yeah, the celebrations, I believe, in management, it's always worth rewarding a success. We really recommend for any achievement to be rewarded. So if somebody has attained a minimum qualification to join university or tertiary institution after his or her A-level studies, I believe it's worth a celebration. I believe so.
Yeah, true.
And I'm really happy about all those schools that have really made it.
Mm-hmm. Beyond 100,000 students sat for the examinations, and quite a remark there, having the 98.5%. What can we attribute to this performance?
See, before we even attribute the performance to anything, we need to ask ourselves, have these students been given the required examination in the first place?
I think that is one of the attributes again.
You know, because
if they get the right
we could be celebrating the excellent results, but yet what we are calling excellent is actually not excellent.
Why would you say that?
As per se. If you had, ideally, I had Mr. Daniel Odong very well when he was addressing the media and the entire public about his examinations. He attributed those who have failed, because we're looking at people who have failed exams flat, who have failed, completely failed. 1,141 students failed without getting anything completely. Now he says this failure rate is because of the failure to interpret questions, using wrong English in writing their answers, failure to explain, failure to describe, and what have you. But I would like to inform Mr. Daniel Odong and the entire public that UNEB itself subjects students to wrongly set examinations. So even what we're calling celebrations as per se.
UNEB itself subjects itself for students to fail.
Exactly. I will read you only one question from a paper of biology.
You've come prepared.
Yes, me I'm a teacher of economics and entrepreneurship education. I'll read you one question from a biology paper here. This question tells students, suggest 2 ways that this plant could benefit from the transpilation. Suggest is tomorrow, future tense. Could is past. Now you wonder how you suggest for the past. This is what UNEB is setting for students.
Can't we call that probably the frame of sentence? But if they say suggest this plant, haven't they indicated the plant?
You're suggesting for the past. Suggest, which could. The same UNEB in the same examination of biology sets the same question. Question number 21. This was biology paper what? Paper 1. Which one of the following would be a characteristic of a poorly adapted parasite? Would be. Now you cannot ask a student which of the following would be a characteristic of an adolescent student or an adolescent female. Because a characteristic is a feature. It is inborn, it's inbuilt. So
the usage of English is what looks like a problem for you.
Now you can see it's like it appears like a father who goes to a lodge and with his concubine or with a prostitute and finds his son equal in the same lodge, and then comes back to condemn the son.
Jonathan, because we are all in a celebratory mode.
Exactly.
And we wouldn't want to ignore the failure of the students that failed.
Exactly.
But probably I can ask, how long have you been an educationist?
I have been in education for now 14 years.
And are you realizing now that UNEB has got issues with setting examinations?
I have raised these issues for several times, In 2014, I wrote a report, a detailed report, which I took to the Ministry of Education and Sport. This report was addressed to Honorable Jesse Muyingo. I gave it to one gentleman whom I found in office. I don't know if you got this report. Last year on the 12th of April, I wrote a report, which I handed over myself physically to the Chairperson Education Committee and Sports of Parliament, Honorable Koni Nakayenze Galiwango. And I have prepared another report, which I'm going to issue to the Minister herself this time around.
And the intention is?
To correct these errors.
Okay.
Because you cannot, I was telling about the parent, the father, who comes back and condemns his son for being in a lodge with the prostitute.
But then how about those that passed? Did they understand the phrasing of the sentences?
Now here comes in the aspect of subjectivity. UNEP examiners mark questions using the subjectivity approach. They don't mark exams objectively. In assessment, a proper assessment must be done objectively, not subjectively. So the marking of examinations is done subjectively and not objectively.
But how sure are you?
I am very, very sure. I'm very confident. I'm speaking on the National Broadcasting House. I'm speaking on UBC, which is the national media.
We wouldn't want to undermine the success.
I am not underrating the success. But you see, at the back of success, there should be something that we should really celebrate.
So what you're trying to say is that if the phrasing of the questions was much better, probably we could have a 99%.
Did you even know that the English examination of 2017 was wrongly set?
Jesus Christ.
If an English examination is wrongly set, I have it here. If an English exam can be wrongly set, then one wonders what Mr. Odong is doing and his team. Here is the English exam of 2017. Students were asked, choose one of the following topics and write a composition of 500 to 600 words. And below, they have 7 questions given to them. There is not a single topic.
But in my understanding, Odong doesn't sit alone to make such selections. He has got a team of people that really come up and analyze and come with these questions. People who are very educated like you are.
I believe if a program goes wrong at UBC, we shall not spare the ED of UBC. Because the ED of UBC is the helm of the organization.
Yes, you're right in that aspect.
If an employee does wrong at UBC, we cannot spare the executive director of UBC. Mr. Odong recruits the people who set examinations, and he recruits people who do them. All these letters are signed by the executive secretary of UNEB. And this is where I advise the minister, the Japanese call it Genkyu Gebushu. Go to the source.
Well, Kivumbi, Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. You're not celebrating with us, but anyway, thank you so much for coming. And we hope that the authorities that have to handle this will take this issue into consideration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well.